Way back in 2018, I bought this 1969 Dodge Charger from a small town in Oklahoma. We drove 1,500 miles round trip to get it, and over the course of the past 6 years, we've slowly made it roadworthy. This car made Power Tour in 2019, but it was never up to my liking. It ran hot, the interior was terrible, the wiring was a mess, and it needed so much more love than I could handle at the time. Fast forward a few years, and we do it all over again with the help of QA1, Holley, Optima Batteries, Classic Industries, and Out of Sight Audio with the goal of attending Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. Think we can make a 1,400 mile road trip? Sit back, relax, and enjoy as we put this iconic muscle car to the test. And before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go down in the link in the description below and get your very own American flag McCool Auto sticker while supplies last. And while you're there, go ahead and order all the stickers that we have to offer. If you order the bundle pack, you will save $5. You cannot beat this deal. Let's get back to the video. So the Charger is basically ready to go at this point, except the wheels and tires. It's got like these dinky 90s chrome whatever wheels on it because they're the only ones that would clear my QA1 front rotor setup. When I did the whole suspension, I just bolted it together, and these would clear the rotors and the calipers. So I'm like, well, that's all I got. I've driven this car a 1/16 of a mile, we'll put it that way. Barely anything because the alignment was so bad, and I thought, I don't want to hurt anything, so I turned around and backed up and went back home. This is the fix. I have had this vision in my head since I bought this car back in 2018. I have always wanted this setup, and finally we were able to achieve this with US Wheel. Here's our dinky 90s chrome, whatever you want to call them. And here's the replacement. Ooh-wee. What's great about them is that they are steel, and they are awesome. They fit perfectly fine. They're 18x9s all the way around. So we've got a square setup, wheel and tire combo, everything. So it's a 275/40/18 with an 18x9 wheel. Like I said, I wanted to be able to rotate these so we got the same exact size, but those caps had to be modified. Let me tell you what we did. US Wheel actually makes these hubcaps brand new, and they're stainless and they look fantastic. They're just a reproduction of the original cap. So I had to have these. So they sent these along with the wheels, and they also send you these clips. So you've got these like hubcap clips that are meant to mount whatever you want, basically. So the best way that we figured out how to do it, My brother-in-law, he's a machinist basically, and he's got like, you know, all sorts of different CNC machines. He can measure the squareness of the wheel and get it to where he built this ring for me. So this aluminum ring bolts to the center hub of the wheel, and then these clips bolt to that center ring. So you take the cap, lock it on here. Hard to do one-handed, but I'll try it. Come on. Go. There you go. Look at that. And now it looks factory. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a factory appearance, but have the performance of an oversized wheel and tire. So now we can actually autocross this thing, but it looks like this. Isn't that amazing? So it's not overbearing. It's not crazy. It's not like over the top with like the wheel selection. It's subtle, but it's cool. And it's functional. Only thing we had to do in the rear, we did lower the car because it was kind of sitting up real high in the back with the new leaf spring. So we lowered it a little bit, and then we added 1.5 inch spacers to push the rear wheel out. I could have gone with like a 10 in the back, or maybe even an 11, but I wanted to make sure I had the functionality and the drivability of being able to rotate the tires. So that was the whole purpose behind it. So adding a spacer doesn't bother me one bit. But let me tell you guys, when I saw this car with the wheels and tires on it for the first time, I about fell out. This is exactly what I've wanted for years. So thank you, US Wheel. It's totally different now. This thing has finally completed the look that I have wanted for all this time. You guys need to check out US Wheel. If you want to do this exact same setup, 510s, and then you can order their aftermarket hubcaps, which are a factory original style. They're just brand new, and they look so good. Gosh, they look so good. But I also got to thank David Crook for helping me. Check out his Instagram. It's right here, right now, because he's the one who kind of figured out and helped me the specs. He told me the back spacing and the wheel size that he had, and he gave me the confidence to tell me, hey, you can run 18x9s on the front with a QA1 setup and have it in the rear. So he's got a square setup as well, and that's what kind of helped me get the right direction on what I wanted to do. I love the way this car looks. Now we got to go get an alignment. Briar's fixing things for me. So we've got the Charger up on an alignment rack, and they're giving him the opportunity to actually do it because he learned how to. So I want to see what kind of skills. What's your chops here, buddy?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But so what happened was, whenever I did the QA1 front suspension, I just bolted it together and I eyeballed it, and sure enough, it wasn't good enough because you can see this wheel's pointed in, that wheel's pointed that way, the toe is way out, the camera's way out, and it goes to show you just how bad it is. I mean, that's like a live view right there, and you can see they're looking at each other basically. And like I said, it was just bolted together, so Briar's going to fix that for us today. So
maybe, hope so.
You have to. You're legally obligated.
Hey, it's your car.
Yeah, but you're riding in it, so
no.
you have to deal with it too. So that way, if it breaks, you get to fix it, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, still me.
It's sure your problem.
I will say this QA1 setup though is really nice and easily adjustable. When I put it all together, I mean, I just kind of followed it to the basic instructions, and it was really easy. All of it was bolt in. I mean, if you go back to the video, I put that cross member in laying on my back and just hoisted it in there. 4 bolts in the factory cross member locations. Super easy, super nice. I mean, really lightweight and compact, and it fits really well. So I must have used my muscles to tighten that one on. Good luck, Briar. Hope it goes well for you, buddy. I'm just gonna stand here and laugh. You can see he's moving in the toe there. It was bad. It was way, way out.
Very bad.
But the good news is all that stuff easily moves.
The arrow.
Almost there. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Don't give up.
Oh, come on.
Hey, there he is. Got a green. Hey, first of many greens right there. Well, according to our QA1 specs, our camber are well within range. We couldn't get the machine to show negative numbers, but it's good. Briar is getting our toe dialed in right now. Our caster's good. Everything's looking good. Whoa! Went a little bit wild, but it's all right. There you go. Look at there. Look at this guy being a professional.
Gotta be right on the money.
He's got the
perfect.
Oh,
both green.
Were they both green?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll fake it. It's fine. No, I'm kidding. But that's fine. I mean, it was at 5.5 earlier. Yeah, there you go. It's just like probably a 1/2 degree or something, or like 1/1000th of a degree off.
It's well within the spec that QA1 had listed on their paper, so this is perfect. So the car should track way better because now it's no longer pointing at each other, and the this side over here was actually touching the inner fender lip, and now it doesn't do that anymore. So Briar, good job, you did it.
Great.
So this is our first shakedown run. We have not driven this car on the road except from on and off the trailer. Pedal's good. We fixed a couple odds and ends. The brakes are a little noisy because I guess they haven't been broken in yet. The steering seems great. We drove around the parking lot and we got an alignment done, and it seemed to be tracking straight. We're about to see if this thing will drive. Are you a little nervous, Brian?
A little bit.
We have put so many days into this car to make it to this point right here, and we're finally about to attempt to drive it. I haven't driven this car. I made it to the next driveway over, and I turned around because the alignment was so bad, and the brakes were terrible, so I just never drove it again. So realistically, I mean, the last time I really drove it was when I brought it over here and tore it apart. So that was, man, how long ago was that? It was over 2 years ago. I know for a fact it was over 2 years ago. This has been a long time coming, a long time finally getting to the point where we can use this car again. Hopefully it still has 3 gears, you know it?
We know it has 2.
Yeah, forward and reverse. Brakes are good. Okay, here we go. Kid down by me too. Just wrong. Wow.
That was too easy.
The thing wants to go. We're in third now. Oh, that's the rear end. The steering is tight. Yeah, that's the locker in the rear end making noise.
That is crazy.
Whoa! Whoa! The steering is way tighter than it was before. Like, it was all over the place. This QA1, it's gonna take some getting used to because it didn't handle this good before. What's our actual? Check our speed with the speedometer. It's saying I'm doing 60, but I need to calibrate it. We got 391s in the back. Yeah, we're pulling about 2,500 RPM right now. It says I'm doing 60, but that's fine. Wow. Not bad.
No.
Not bad at all. Yeah, you feel the road because I don't know what the shocks are set at, but it handles. Like, it's ready to. Good Lord!
Autocross ready.
Yes. And now it's at the loosest setting. This thing, it'll tighten up a lot. Yes. And that was only to like 4,000. This car is way better. It was never this good the last time I drove it. It was a dog. Finally, Brian. This has been years
nothing. Dang. That was snappy. I tell you what, all that timing and fuel control with the Holly, this thing, you just romp it, it is going. Wow. Oh, my door came open. I might have twisted the frame off the line. There we go. Back to normal. Hey, Bex. Like it was nothing. Come on. There you go. Well, this is the first time this car has been to the gas station in probably about 5 years now. I've just been filling up gas jugs and going and getting it to where I can move it around, but this is the first time we've actually been out and taken it somewhere. Wow. What a great day, bro. We did it. A lot of work. Do what? Finally. A lot of work went into this, but we have officially got our first few gallons of gas. Yep, I feel pretty good about it. Well, that was only 4 miles. If that's all we ever get to do, I'll be content. I gotta do that again. That was so fun. Just standing. I mean, I'm not even touching the brake. I'm just romping on it.
Oh, she's ready.
That was what all that was for. Never spun a single tire in this car, ever.
No.
Not once. That was the first time in 6 years of ownership that this car has actually spun a tire. That made me cry.
I'll race you in my truck.
Yeah. Well, I probably won't get tracked. I make too much power, man.
So the cool thing about the Charger is that it uses a dropout center section like the Ford 9-inch. It is the Chrysler 8 3/4. It's probably my favorite rear axle because it's so easy to find gears for, at least to replace them. You know, it's just a fantastic option. And that's what this car ran from the factory. Now, currently, it has a 391 with a locker in it. So that means with this kind of short tire, it's running at 3,000 RPM at 60, which if you're going on a long road trip with a lot of miles, that's not very ideal. So we're going to have to do some fixing with that. And we have the solution right here on the workbench. Now, since I was telling you about a dropout center section, let's just kind of take a look at this. Now, if you aren't familiar with the Ford 9-inch or the Chrysler 8 3/4, this is basically one of the easiest gear swap rear ends that you can do. Now, the sucker is heavy. Don't get me wrong. It is very heavy. But all you got to do is slide the axles out, unbolt all these on the flanges, and then the whole thing just, boop, drops right out. Simple thing to do. It took 10 minutes to get this one out of the rear end that it was in. So what we have here is a 276 in a 489 casing. Now, if you know about the casings for Mopar, the 489 is the most ideal one, and this is what we have. As you can see on the ring gear, right there, 276 with a casting number. I think the date right there is September of 1969. This is a great rear end. I had this in a car running and driving, did highway speeds, has no play in it whatsoever. It's a fantastic rear axle. So I know that it's a good unit to set up with. So it's just open. That's the only problem. But the good thing about a 276, even though it's probably not the most ideal for performance per se, it is the best for a highway driver, which is what this car is. So our RPM at 60 miles an hour with the old gear set is 3,000. That's a long time to drive at 3,000 RPM at 60 miles an hour, and you don't really feel comfortable going much higher than that. This will drop it down to 2,100 RPM at 60. At 70, when you'd be doing 3,500 RPM in the old gears, this will be doing 2,500. So again, it's not really just a fuel saving thing, but also an engine saving thing, because when you're running a 3-speed automatic, you just need something to kind of take the burden off the engine, and this is it. The only downside, it's open, and we can't be having that. We need something that's going to fix that, and guess what we have right here? Shoo-wee! Look at that beauty. This is a power lock from Quick Performance. These guys know their rear axles, and this is the best option for this vehicle. This is a beautiful unit. It is a clutch type sure grip. It's rebuildable if you ever want to do it. And you have the option to go ahead and have new bearings pressed in it. And it comes with the races here, and they're Timken. So you know they're good. All this ready to install. We just got to take the ring gear off of this one and put it onto here. Now, I have never done this before, but I've watched a few YouTube videos, so we're going to be learning along with you, basically. Now, this isn't going to be a comprehensive how-to. If you want to see how I learned how to do it, there's an awesome YouTube video down in the link in the description below that you guys need to check out if you want to do this exact same thing. It kind of gave me the confidence to feel like I can do this myself. Well, we're down to the basics. We've got all of the ring gear bolts out, and the only thing we need is the actual ring gear itself. Now, this is a press fit deal. It's on there pretty tight, and we're gonna have to heat this thing up to actually make it pop off of here. But once we get that off, it's just a matter of popping it onto this one, and we're ready to go. Using my handy dandy little torch here, and every so often as it heats up, I see it flare up and get a little warm, and I just rotate the whole thing. And I'm just gonna keep doing this for a few minutes until I feel like it's hot enough to do so. I'm not gonna touch this thing because it is gonna cook. This is not the most graceful way to do this, but this is how he did it in the video, and it worked. So this is hot, so be careful. I'm gonna pick it up and just drop it on this piece of wood here. It's a little stuck on this side, so we're gonna torch right there. Round two. See if we can pop it loose this time. Ooh, a little hot. It's so violent. This side is just not wanting to let go. Oh, hey, there we go. That wasn't so bad. I figured while it was hot, let's go ahead and put on the power lock while we're thinking about it. Oh, well, that was easy. That was easier than I thought. I've gone through and snugged everything down with the impact. Didn't go crazy with it, just enough to fully seat the ring gear. I'm gonna go through and take some thread locker and torque all this stuff down. Well, I got everything torqued down, so I went with Loctite on everything, crisscross pattern. I did one line, torquing it, you know, in the crisscross, and then I did another line whenever I went all the way around and did an X. So this is torqued to 55 foot-pounds, and it should be ready to go. Well, we've got everything installed. Everything's torqued down. I've adjusted all of our lock screws here, and I've got our dial indicator indicating that we have about, looks like, if I can get it just right at 7 thousandths of play. And our spec is between 6 and 10. So we're right in the money on this thing. It's got just a little bit in play. We're good. I think we're gonna make this thing work. I'm excited to see this thing spin some tires and actually not be screaming down the interstate. Well, good way to start the morning off. We kind of called it quits last night, waiting on some parts, and I had this drain pan sitting on my transmission jack, just draining out the rear end, letting any little bit drip out of it. And I know I need one of those fancy stands. I just don't have one. And I left it. It was totally fine. And some reason, somehow, it fell over by itself and dumped out probably 2 rear ends worth of gear oil. So I poured what I had left in one bag. We've got 2 more oil dry bags right here. Well, hey, at least nobody got hurt. So could be worse. There you go, folks. We got everything put back together. There is our 8 3/4 in its place, bolted back in, looking mighty happy. We did have to end up changing the U-joint, but that's all taken care of. it spins, so that's a good sign. We're about to put the wheels back on and just see how does it roll. I mean, we're gonna take it easy. I don't wanna be doing any crazy burnouts or nothing in it yet, or, you know, at all, but we gotta make sure it's okay. So I'm feeling pretty good about it right now. You know, as long as it spins and goes that direction, we should be okay. No noises. My speedometer is very close. It still needs to be calibrated, but it's working, and our RPMs are way lower. So what's our speed currently, Briar?
56.
56. Let me get up to 60. Oh, too fast. We're doing about, yeah, right around 2200 RPM. The engine's running pretty cool, and it's just cruising. I mean, this is a much more manageable RPM than what we were doing before. Because like I said before, we were screaming down the highway. We gotta let it break in. I'm gonna give it as much time as it needs. And I'm not gonna beat on it until it's time to, obviously, right? Yeah. Well, the Charger runs hot. It does great. If the hood's up in the shade, it'll drop the temperature. But the way that this hood is built, the way the engine bay is, it has a hard time getting heat out. We thought about propping the hood up in the back. We thought about taking the hood off, cutting holes in this junk one I have, but we decided that this is what we're gonna do. So that is this, going in to the hood. We have garden sprayers. So these are misters like for a patio. And what we're gonna do is rig a water jug in the trunk. But we're gonna see if this works first. What we're doing is letting it get up to temperature, get hot again, because the temperature just climbs and climbs and climbs. And we're gonna turn that on and see if the patio misters will bring the temperature right down. So this is with the Holley Sniper. I can check all of my sensors, and I have the fans cutting on at 195. When the hood's up, that temperature will drop, but the problem is with the hood down, it will not. Even when we're in the shade inside the shop, not very hot ambient temperature. It's probably what, 80 degrees right now. It's not hot. So there goes the fans. All right, let me go turn the water on. Still going down. Because the fans I have cutting off at 188 degrees, and with the hood shut, it never would get to that temperature. Oh, it still goes. Like, we've yet to have this thing actually turn the fans off at all. With the water coming down. Oh, 190. This has not happened before, guys. I promise you this is not. We have been sitting here watching the temperatures climb and climb and climb. Please go. Oh, we hit 189. No way. People are going to think we're leaking coolant everywhere because how much water is dripping out of it. Look at that. Come on, one more degree. Just one more degree. I mean, realistically, if you can maintain that, that's awesome. Oh. It's probably got to go below 188 to shut off. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah! They cut off. So, we only will use this when there is heavy traffic, because in normal driving situations, you're not really going to experience this, but on Power Tour, you will. So we need this as a backup plan. We're going to have a 5-gallon bucket, basically, or not a bucket, but a jug that will rig into the trunk, and it'll have a pump that pumps it up into these sprayers. And I mean, it dropped it right down to 188, shut the fans off, and of course the temp is going to rise back up because the fan isn't pulling that water back through. But that's really good. It just looks, it's very misty in here now. That is hilarious. Yeah, look how much water's moving through there. That's really good. As soon as the fan kicks on, watch the water. hood, it may be 80 degrees out here, but it's 103 degrees underneath the hood. At least that's how much the temperature drawing into the throttle body right now. But look, it's dropping it back. It was at 197. This is awesome. What a great day. I just wonder how much, we can't use a lot of, that's how much water we've used right now. If we've got a 5-gallon bucket under here, which some of it may evaporate, but it's not over, you know, the boiling point of water. So if we have a 5-gallon jug in the trunk, this should last us a couple of days, you would think. So that's pretty cool. And heck, if we get hot, we'll just cut some zip ties and just spray ourselves on it. That is awesome. That's not a lot of water usage right there. And it just looks like we've blown a radiator. That's the problem. We're gonna blow a radiator hose and not know it. And I could engage the fan a little lower. I just did that because this car seemed to like to ride around 190 on the interstate. So I turned it on at 195. So if we come to a stop in traffic, the fans are pretty much gonna kick on immediately. Because driving down the road with no fans on, it hovers around 190, 191. It could not do this before. And you know, the thing is, like rally car drivers, like back in the day, they had intercooler sprayers. And even like, I was watching a video, like a factory Evo, Mitsubishi Evo, I think it was, had a factory intercooler sprayer. So that's for stuff like this. Coming back down. And on a really hot day, I was driving this during the daytime outside. It got up to about 115, 120 under the hood, which it might, you know, pulling air through it would actually probably drop it, of course, but oh no, come on, one more degree. Just prove that we did it right. Please. Just pretend that it's okay. I mean, honestly, it's better than what it was, because right now, earlier we were I had it sitting in the same spot, and it would go up to 215, 220, just sitting here idling. So if that works, we're all right. Yeah. Come on now. Don't fake me out like that, please. Ah, yes! How long have we been sitting here? How long's that clip?
8 minutes.
So we've been sitting here for 8 minutes, and that's how much water we've used. I think we can go through 5 gallons, don't you?
Yeah, have some extra jugs in the bag.
Yeah, just maybe a few, but that's awesome. Well, for 80 bucks, this is what we get for our water sprayer. This is a tank from Walmart. I drilled a hole in here and put a bulkhead fitting connector that passes through it with 2 rubber O-rings. And on the inside, I added a small hose. It may be hard to see. You can kind of see it in there. It's a little pickup hose that's kind of angled down to the bottom. And it's vented too, so you can seal this off. It's got a O-ring inside that as well, and it's vented over here. So this hooks up to this hose right here. So we've got this hose running underneath the length of the car up to those sprayers. We have an RV electric pump. This would be like for your outdoor showers or something like that. And it's hooked up to this relay right here that I bolted to the original marker location. So we've got this rigged up to a switch underneath the dash, rigged up to a relay. I know it's kind of messy, but I don't plan on leaving this in here permanently. So this is something that can be taken out easily. So this will actually self-regulate. It's regulated at 80 PSI. So whenever the thing turns on, you can kind of hear it go bzz, bzz, bzz. This is garden hose from Home Depot, or actually Lowe's. I paid 20 bucks for the roll. It's rated at 200 PSI. So all you got to do, hook it up to here, lay this tank inside the inner wheel well basically, and it will self-regulate and supply water all the way to the front. And there you can see the garden hose running up next to the fuel line, all the way up. It comes in up under the frame. Here's our hose zip tied in, and you can see here's our sprayers all rigged in, just like you saw running earlier. So everything is rigged up to a switch underneath the dash, and it works flawlessly. So that should be a good temporary fix. I paid 80 bucks for it, for the whole kit, basically. $100 if you count the extra pump that I bought just in case that one goes bad. It's a cheap fix. It's a Band-Aid, because we've got to figure out what's wrong with this thing. My guess is I've done something wrong with something internally. Maybe a head gasket port is mismatched. I don't know. We don't have time to figure it out because we're leaving tomorrow. So this is what we had to deal with. And we really only need it in heavy traffic. I mean, this car drives perfectly fine. In every other situation, it goes down the road totally fine. It doesn't get hot moving down the road or sitting in traffic. But if you're in traffic for longer than like 10 minutes, flip the sprayers on, just something to knock the edge off. Everywhere else, the car's fine. Morning one, Sunday. Got to head to church, and then we're going to leave right after that, after lunch. Pretty short drive. We're just going to Bowling Green. It's about 3 hours from here. Nothing crazy, but those hubcaps just a shining. Gosh, I love it. This car has really run us through the ringer, but it is finally ready to go. There's nothing left to it but to do it. So I'm very excited to finally get on the road with this car, and it's going to be pretty fun, I think. We're going to be riding in comfort and style. I mean, I feel pretty good. The trunk is absolutely loaded down. I'll show you that here in a little while. Again, we're going to church this morning, and then we're going to go pick up Cole in his 57 Chevy. He's going to ride with us. We're going to go pick up our good buddy Jolly, and he is going to hop in with Cole. Briar will be riding with me, so we'll have us a nice little convoy as usual. We should have everything to replace an engine if we have to. I hope we don't have to, but we could if we needed it.
I picked up Briar. He's going to be riding shotgun. We picked up Cole too. We'll show his car here in just a second, but we have officially left to get to Bowling Green, Kentucky for the first day of Hot Rod Power Tour. About a 3-hour drive, like I mentioned earlier. Not a crazy trip, but this is kind of like a shakedown because this car hasn't been on an interstate since 2019. So I hope the gears hold up. I hope everything else holds up. I'm feeling pretty good right now, though. Are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. A little hot.
It is. That it is. Car drives great though. We got it loaded down so much that the tires on big bumps will rub, but we're not really concerned about that. We've got bigger fish to fry, like actually making it there and back. The AC vent doesn't like to stay open. The wind will slowly work itself shut, and I can't be having that. So I'll try and fix this. Skip Boy Scouts, I should have learned how to tie a knot. There we go. Fixed. Ooh, chilly. We're on the interstate, cruising about a good 70 miles an hour. Car's pretty happy around 70 and 75. Cole's doing good. There's his 57 out there. We still haven't got to look at it yet, but you'll get to see in a minute. It was about a little less than 2 hours left at Bowling Green. Really not actually an hour and a half. Yeah, I about lost Briar. He's about to fall asleep over here. Show him what you can do with the seat. Oh yeah. That's cheating right there. I'm a little jealous. I can't really get that vertical or horizontal, I should say. But anyway, car's doing good. I mean, running cool. Got great oil pressure. Good RPM. That locker that came from Quick Performance is really holding up well. No vibrations or noises. I'm enjoying it. Pretty comfortable car nonetheless. My AC's still working. It's gonna be a good day. I calibrated the speedometer and that started my odometer. So now we're almost tires rubbed. Now we're almost at the first official 50 miles of our road trip. And 50, look at there, like a champ. 50 beautiful, flawless miles. The best part. Nashville traffic is so good. Look at this. We got walkie-talkies, so we're about as legit as they get, so we can hear each other talking. Better than having to call each other on the phone. I feel like a CB, like I need a handle right here. It could be like Dukes of Hazzard. we have accomplished 90 miles so far. We're gonna pull off and check everything over, make sure the car still exists. Take a moment and walk around. You know, driving old cars is fun, but oh, they just flew right on there. It is very exhausting.
No, my Baja Blast.
Oh, dang it. I goofed. I forgot my cup holder doesn't exist. No! That's what happens when you try to show out. You lose your drink. My drink. Well, first fill up. Briar's cleaning up my mess because I'm a stupid, dumb idiot head. Charger seems to be running pretty good. Didn't have any overheating issues, which, I mean, the temperature's probably dropped, what, 20 degrees feels like? 74 degrees right now.
It's still got cold. I mean, the sun went out. It's kind of rainy a little bit. That's kind of comfortable. So it's kind of nice a little bit. You know, the trunk is packed down. Our tires are rubbing. They weren't rubbing before when we left. We've got so much stuff in the trunk that we have just basically loaded it to the brim. But we accomplished about 90 miles. I filled up a little bit before we started the journey, so I don't really know how much gas I used. I'd say we probably did maybe 10 more miles on top of that. So I'll call it a nice even 100. We'll see how I did, which, you know, I was doing probably 70, 75 the whole time. And I wasn't being nice to it. It's there when you call on it, as Dad likes to say. Shoot, we're already at 7 gallons, Briar. I don't know if I filled it up. It clicked, but then whenever I recalibrated the fuel gauge, it showed like 3/4. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and fill it up the best I can, because there's no way this thing's getting 10 miles to the gallon. No shot. Can't be. There we go. So 9.3. I think I actually did fill it up the first time.
Yeah. This is Cole's car. He's got a 283 in it, a 3-speed manual, and he put it. Is this 305 or a 307? Yeah. 307 with an overdrive. Check it out. Go take a lap on it. She looks good. Oh no!
Once we get there.
We get some watch on it.
Yeah. That's fine.
Well, it's starting to rain. My wipers were working. They work when they feel like it. I hit the button and it went, and I turned it off and it went back to park and then it never came back on.
You see the rubber on these?
Yeah, the lack of. So my turn signal, it did this once before and I thought I fixed it, but now it's doing it again where like the light is on, but it's not bright. But when I hit the turn signal, it works. So I don't really know what the deal is. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out. And my wipers work for like a split second. Like they're intermittent, and that's not a joke. But for some reason, they just don't want to work. I don't know. Let me try it now. Oh look, there they go.
No way.
Oh, and they're stuck. And another part. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. It's probably in the switch, if I had to guess. So on these cars, the reproduction windshields are actually thinner, so the gasket doesn't fully seal. Look at that. So I get water dripping on me, and it's all over the. I completely forgot about that until it started raining just now, so that's pleasant. Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home, Brian.
That's a good song.
It is a good song. Well, we made it right off the interstate. And we've done a total of 126 miles so far. Now the big kicker is, can we find a parking spot? That is wild.
Big old tires.
This is where the fun starts. You get to see all the cool stuff. So my rear axle was chattering real bad. I texted Quick Performance. They said to do some figure eights that should fix it. I did do that earlier in the parking lot before we left, and it seemed to help, but I think it just needs a little bit more. We'll park on the backside. Look here. They got a GT40. That's pretty cool. Yeah, park right here. How about that? This is all me right here. Okay, well, good way to start it off. Oh, it's a 4-speed too. Heck yeah. Dang, that's a good looking car right there. I'm a fan of that. Man, just doing a parking lot party over here. Everybody's working on their cars, driving around, checking stuff out. This thing is really cool. Awesome cars. It's only day one, folks. We didn't even get to see the whole thing yet. There's gonna be so many vehicles out here. It's gonna be awesome. When do we start the burnouts? You want me to get the, I'll go ahead.
You better stay over here at the Mustang now. You better get over here.
Please don't hit my charger.
This is not going to end well.
No, it's not gonna end well.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit right here.
That's when I get behind him. Get your phone out.
I'm gonna sit right here. It's either gonna dump the rear end or it's gonna spin one tire.
Change gold right here.
Oh. Oh, where are we going?
Oh, it's like yellow.
That's weird.
He did it.
They're wanting to see burnouts like crazy. This is so, they're going, uh-oh. Is he going to? Uh-oh. That's so funny. I found this guy. This is
Oh, no.
police are on their way.
Yeah.
He vandalized my car. The Sleeper Dude sticker on there.
At least I didn't put on the paint, right? I don't want to ruin your paint.
Yeah, please no.
Are you going to do a full restoration on this?
Yeah, well, so I got General Lee decals on the way. We're doing a hot pink General Lee.
All right.
So.
Yeah, that'll look great on there.
So what'd you guys drive?
Well, we're on Plan D. We drove the Olds Custom Cruiser wagon because plans A, B, and C have failed. So, yeah, end up with the Custom Cruiser. Hopefully she'll make it.
Will it do a burnout, you think?
Have we ever gotten to spin?
I
Ever?
don't know. We never tried.
Dude, I'll hop on the bumper. We'll bounce it. We can make it do it.
Maybe need a jack to jack it back in there. Something like that. It's not got a lot of guts, but it's a nice cruiser, though.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's what you need on a trip like this anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, and you're doing just a couple days, but you're still, I mean, it's worth it, man.
Oh, yeah. It's a fun trip. Yeah, it's something every car guy should do, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, night one is done. We're going to go inside and get some rest. Let the cars just kind of chill out here tonight. Exciting day. We've had a couple burnouts. I'm waiting for some more. I really want to get some good burnouts here at some point, but maybe in the Charger. We'll see. Get the rear end making a little bit better noises and we'll try it. But 57 did good. Charger did good. We are on our way tomorrow morning to go to Beach Bend. So we just got to get in there, get into the venue, get our credentials, and we're headed out. So good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. We are headed to the Corvette Museum Motorsports Park. Speaking of Corvettes, there's a ton over here. So first things first, I got to set in the rear end and do some figure eights and then go get some ice and then we're ready to go. Today's an easy day. Don't have a whole lot of stuff. We just got to get there and get into the venue basically and make sure that we are not late. Just get in and get our stuff. So let me see if I can get this thing to quit popping. It just pops really hard on tight turns. Try this way. Oh, it's not doing it now. Maybe I broke it. Did some real tight figure eights. Because I did this the other day in a big parking lot. And it went and then it finally stopped. Maybe I either broke it or it's good.
Have to do burnout to find out.
Right? movement. There's a red light up there we got to turn left at. It seems like traffic. Everybody's going that same direction, so it's backed up all the way off the exit ramp. Fun stuff.
So we got to pick up credentials here at the National Corvette Museum. I've always wanted to come here, but I never have. So this is pretty awesome to see it. How's the car doing? Good. So far, so good. All right, let's go in here and get in line. Thankfully, there was a lot of parking spots, so we don't have to sit in traffic or anything like that. Here we go, long line of registration, but it's actually moving pretty quickly. It's actually pretty cool. I would love to actually take this, like the actual straight, like drive on the track. I think they let you tomorrow or today maybe, at some point, but I'd probably spin out, guaranteed, first turn. At least we're in the shade for now. Long line in front of us, a long line behind us. What do you think so far, Briar?
I'm just glad it's not 90 degrees right now.
Yeah.
Yes, until Friday, yeah.
Well, voltage regulator cooked itself. I was sitting in the line there and I could see the voltage swinging back and forth. I thought, that's not good. So I ended up just watching it, and sure enough, it pegged the gauge right after. But Advance Auto had two. They actually had 4 of these regulators, but I bought 2. So we've got 1 and 1 more spare. So the line's terrible. We're probably just going to sit and wait because Beach Bend is so hard to get into. My creeper broke. Oh, that's hot pavement. Ooh, careful. We lost casters. So Cole's fixing an exhaust mount. Briar, you got the regulator done?
It's ready, I hope.
I bought an extra one because I'm sure it's going to cook it. I think it's just because it's so close to the header right here. We might wrap the exhaust tonight. I don't feel like doing it right now, but it's probably something that needs to be done eventually. It's just right there close to it, but we've got an extra one just in case it does it again. I mean, that regulator's been on there for a little while, so maybe we have time. So anyway, it is what it is, folks. The traffic's terrible, so we're just gonna wait. It's so bad. It is so bad out here. You done yet?
You knocking, or let me see that. You got to ratchet somebody?
Why are you wearing gloves and he's doing the work?
Well, he told me I was going to do the work, and now he's doing the work.
I did tell you I was going to get under.
Yeah.
But the car's too low.
He's going to be under. I was going to be over. You can't get under the car.
Because the creeper's broke.
No, this thing's on the ground.
Regulator's fixed. They're fixing exhaust. We're going back in action. Back the better way, you know it?
This is insane. I wish they would have somebody like right here just directing traffic, but they don't.
I think we've been in this line for what, more than 30 minutes?
Yeah, the ETA just keeps saying 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, and it doesn't matter. It never goes down. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. So, really just hoping to get in. I mean, it's that way. Ooh, look at that Chrysler. That's a good looking car. Is that 70? 69, 70? Oh, that's a Plymouth. That's a Fury. Woo! Fan. I'm also a fan of getting out of this car.
It's so hot in here.
I'm in the shade. You got the sun.
Yeah,
in your lap.
I've got the sun all over me.
I'm pretty good right now. But this line, man. I mean, the car has been idling at least 30 minutes though, so it's okay. At least the car is all right, but it's just this left turn is making it to where they only give you like 2 seconds to go, and then it's a yield. And when it's a yield, nobody lets you in. And I get it because, you know, you have to wait, but still, it's just a booger to try and make it happen. Get a shot at the sign because they're really cool people.
I get that in a moment.
My car's not running hot, but my tank ran out. And I came to these nice, lovely people here at the garden center to fill up my water jug. So we'll give them a shout out for being so kind to us. This car, I mean, it'll maintain temps, it just can't drop the temp back down. The fans will actually stop it from getting hotter, but then I feel bad because my fans are running non-stop, and I'm worried that they'll get hot. They're like break, and then I'm up the creek.
No!
I used it some yesterday.
All right, we're back in action. Pump's working again, so we should be okay. It was just a little low, and it was drawing a vacuum, so I think it couldn't pull any more water because it was just sucking a vacuum on it. So I vented the tank, and now we're back in action. I feel like we are. I heard somebody say there was a wreck, so that's good.
Backed up for days.
Backed up for days and days and days. Good as new. Let me check my temps with my golly. Let me show you how I figured out we were running a little hot. I can look on the Bluetooth with my Holly. So I can see that it was starting to just creep. Like I said, or it wouldn't drop the temps. Every time I hit the switch, it drops the temps, but it wouldn't do it that time. So now it seems to be working just fine. We're going back down the right direction. And we can hear the pump, you can hear it buzzing, it regulates. And that's how we knew, like, it's not picking up anything. Yep, there we go, back down to 196. It's 130 degrees under the hood though. I don't think my battery not charging? It's charging, there it goes. It might just be low because we were running the pump with the key off. Charge it up a little bit. We're running a lot of stuff at the same time.
It's been an hour.
It's been an hour. I don't want to talk about it. Oh my god. This is the worst part of Power Tour. I love everything else about it, but I hate this traffic. Well, we popped the hood just to get some of the underhood temps down. It dropped about 20 degrees as far as like the manifold temperature, the air inlet temperature. That helped a good bit. We just ran out of water. We sat in traffic for an hour and almost 30 minutes, actually. Almost an hour and a half. And we're finally getting to park. So thank goodness. You know, thankfully getting out of here should be a little bit easier than coming in. We started this whole endeavor at like, what, 8, 9:30?
About.
9 o'clock maybe? So good to be parked. So good to be parked. Man, I'm tired of this car. I like driving it. I don't like sitting in traffic in it. All right. Let's get out of this thing. Man. Y'all good?
Yeah, we're good.
We finally made it in. I'm leaving my hood up just for fun. Well, actually, yeah, I think it's okay. Look at there. So many cars. Hopefully that wasn't the worst of the venue, or hopefully that was the worst of the venues. It's a beautiful day though. Actually, temps are not that bad out here. It's just gonna get way hotter later in the day. But hey, we've made it this far. Lots of cool cars though. Lots and lots. I love Beach Bend, but man, it's tough to get in here on this, just this Power Tour. Like every other event we do, it's really not that bad. It's really not at all. Ooh, that's cool. I'm digging the Trans Am. And this Cuda, we saw it rolling in. That is awesome. Ooh, Hemi 71 convertible. Golly, that is insane. What in the world is that? Man, some people are brave, I'll tell you that much. Golly, that's a beautiful car. Oh, got like a late model interior in it too. I like this a lot. Wow. A lot of turnout. Lots of crazy stuff out here. What's your take so far, Briar?
That's a lot of cars.
Have you found a favorite yet?
No, not yet.
Racing equipment and products.
this car does look pretty good. I do like the way it looks. So I had come over here because I planned to do the autocross. They had all of it set up. I got the trunk unloaded, got all my stuff out, had it all sitting over here. And sure enough, as soon as I got done, they picked up all the cones to start drifting. So I was like, dang. So I'm hoping I can do that towards the end of the week, maybe. I think there's a couple other venues that are gonna have drag racing and autocross. I really just wanna do autocross with this thing because it's got the QA1 front suspension, but we'll try it. We're gonna try our best. So a fantastic day. I mean, the temperature has been awesome. It hasn't been crazy hot. I mean, yeah, sitting in traffic wasn't fun, but once you get in here and get to see all the cool cars, it really made it worth it, honestly. So we got to take some pictures down here at the end of the track. Ooh. 3 B bodies with QA1. Does it get any better? Look at this magnificent specimen here. Now this is the life right here.
Oh man, get yourself a set of pit vipers.
You can
right around.
never go wrong. And then this guy.
Oh, don't look at that thing. It's filthy.
It's fine. Yeah, but you came all the way from California, so it's okay.
Yeah, 4 days, 223 miles.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to my 3 hours, you know.
Yes.
Back-breaking
Just do
work.
that all day for 4 days, and you're right
Yeah,
there.
it's pretty similar, you know. Pretty
similar,
close
yeah.
to the same. So we got a pretty cool shot here. QA1's gonna post some stuff, so you need to follow them on their Instagram and Facebooks and all their whatever they got. So really cool at the end of the day. Whoa,
Whoa.
that was actually impressive. Wow, that was very impressive. Currently 8:30. We just now got out of the venue. The last few cars were leaving and we finally cleared traffic. So I hightailed it out while I had the chance. It has been packed. There's still cars behind me and in front of me leaving the venue. Like, they have been leaving for 4 hours straight, and now my steering wheel started to squeak and I'm going to take the wheel off and try to grease any bearings I can see in there. But golly, it's been a good day, but wow, I am tired.
What did you do?
I don't know what I did. I hit something and bottomed out the car, and the oil pan now has a crack in it. You can see like a spot that got skint, and now there was a significant amount of oil on the ground. So we're gonna walk through this AutoZone over here and see if I can find, I don't know if JB Weld would work or if I need to do like a tank patch or something, because that stuff dries quick, but it's not good. What we have going on is not good. So I just wonder how much I leaked out. I still had good oil pressure. It was at like 40 pounds. So I don't know. Yep. Right there. That's not good, guys. I never imagined I'd be doing oil patches in McCain's parking lot. What a great way to end the day, right? Something like that.
Yeah, this is one of the most catastrophic issues we've had in a minute.
The worst possible thing that could happen. Bust your oil pan. Really, that's...
You have another jack there?
Yeah,
There's 2 right here.
that's all I got. There's no more left. Alright, where's that stick stuff? Come on down here, Briar. Oh, solvent! Solvent!
What?
I need it. Brake cleaner.
Oh.
Quickly! Oh man, that's pretty good leak there, buddy. This stuff smells. Get a whiff of that.
I can't smell.
Oh, okay. Get a whiff of that, Briar.
You smelled so hard.
He sniffed so hard.
That stinks.
Would you like to smell it, Cole?
I mean, I can smell. I can't smell that. Are you aggressively needing that?
Yeah, I am. What do I do next? All right, here we go.
Aggressively sniff.
Oh. It's not stinking.
We're all. Oh no.
Oh no. I got a whole 5 quarts.
You have a drink again?
No, I should have bought a pan, but I didn't do it.
Good warm up, man.
Yeah, Walmart's just right there.
Man, if I can slow it down. It's like a wound. Like, no, quit bleeding. Well, there's still oil in here. That's good.
Well, yeah, there's not 5 quarts right here.
Look at that rag where I just touched it. It's covered in oil. You come here often?
I try not.
Yeah, Mom would just text me if I was having a good day.
No.
Well, a bit better. Some of it. I hit something. Like I drove off the edge of the road and I didn't realize how deep it was, and I think that's what I hit.
Just got my first look at that.
At what? At what I'm doing?
Yes.
It's bad. Well, if it makes you feel any better, the cut's only right here.
The blob.
I just used the whole thing. We just let it sit here and chill. See, because I already had a small leak right here at this fitting. So I just ignored it because it was like
Yeah, we broke it.
a little tiny puddle.
I just want to say that I just got on Facebook and this is the first thing that I see.
What is it?
Your post about day 1 being a little premature, don't you think, McCool?
It was. It was. Yeah, I regret it.
Permeate.
Bake it for a minute and see if that fixes it.
Step 1, use protective gloves.
Dang it. Well, it's in my skin now.
Step 3.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I backed up
Yeah, if I opened that headlight, we'd be on the road right now.
and I would be out of oil.
Good thing I goofed.
I mean, that's a lot, but it's not like a whole quart at least, is it?
We would have made it to mile down the road.
Yeah, we would have. No, we would not. We would have made it. We would have made it to the hotel, and it start rattling. Well, there's our. Well, I can't even call that a fix, but it's something.
Hatch.
It's something, but it seems to be holding. There's no more drips. That's a significant drip right there. But there are no more coming out of it currently.
There's a stick it came with.
Oh, a little applicator? Oh!
Brother, ooh.
Fish. Get a whiff of that. It's very fishy. A little fishy. A little sniff.
One down silver.
That did not go far at all.
You need more?
Not yet.
Neither
but-
did the car.
The cameraman has burns out here.
What? The hole is right here. It's just the entire thing.
Bro's gonna coat the whole old pan.
Make a whole new one out of JB Weld.
We got some flex seal.
Oh, bro, this thing never leak again if it's flex seal. I sawed my oil pan in half. Alright, Cole, I'm gonna need a little bit more of the juice here. It's all over my hands. I can feel it hardening on my hands right now.
Yeah, it was already hard coming out.
Oh, I dropped a little bit in the oil on the ground.
Ever since y'all started wearing white t-shirts. we've had
This
bad
is
luck.
Bad luck.
that's it. That's the curse right there.
Oh no.
Well, there it is. Looks like it's, well, that looks terrible, but it's coated at least. So we're gonna see if that'll hold up. Said if you heat it up to 250 degrees, it'll cure in an hour. So we'll drive it back to the hotel, get it up to temperature, and then just let it sit overnight. Hopefully tomorrow when we come out, it doesn't fall off. But it's not leaking anymore. No more drips. No more drips. We left the Canes and we've got 4 more minutes to go. I still have good oil pressure like I normally have. And now that I started thinking about it, I could hear a little tiny bit of top end, just a little teeny rattle. And that's gone. I mean, nothing more than normal at least. So it seems like we're okay. Again, we'll park in a dry spot, check it in the morning, make sure it's not bad. Heck, I might even put a little bit more on it before we leave just to make sure, but it wasn't dripping at all, even before I put the JB weld on it, so I'm feeling pretty confident about it at this point. But confidence is always your downfall. You gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. But we're actually almost here. Go turn this light? Yeah. The hotel's right there, so if we gotta push it from this point, we'll be alright. Well, it's just, and then when we were going to leave, my headlights didn't want to come on. So this car was great before we left. Everything worked. The wipers worked, the turn signals worked, the headlights worked. Everything was fine. But as we go, it just starts falling apart. But, I mean, I get it. You're just putting a lot of stuff through strenuous tests, but we're going to get it figured out. I don't know. It's just one of those things we got to sort, make work. All right, we're at the hotel. Woo! That could have been a lot worse, you know it?
Yes.
A lot worse. And my stinking steering wheel keeps making the worst noise. Gotta pull the wheel off and get the bearings sorted out. Anyway. We're here.
Day 2, there goes Josh. We've got no oil leaks besides the regular dipstick. So we're back to normal. No puddle under there. Our car's looking good. We checked the fluids, got our water tank full for the sprayer. Heck yeah. Ready, Briar?
I'm ready.
You still there?
Oh yeah.
This is the fun part, Briar. Yesterday was just like the venue stuff. This is where the fun part comes in, because you get stuck in traffic in the middle of nowhere. So if you want to pull off, you got to pull off in the ditch. You know, yeah, you got to pull in a hayfield. But this is where you get to see all the cool cars.
Something like that.
Yeah. I guess we could see if the roof's still leak.
That's a good point. We glued the roof together. There was some pinholes, and we took some like weather stripping glue and just tacked it back together, and it seemed to hold up all right. Which we haven't had a lot of rain, but
I know it'll leak there, but
yeah, it will leak there. But that's just what you're gonna have to do. It is what it is, I guess.
feels more like home, doesn't it?
It's a lot more fun.
It's almost as if we're really close to home.
You got that little funnel?
Is there like a trick to this that I don't know?
You gotta twist it. He can't get it in, Cole.
Let's trick it out. We're in Orlinda, Tennessee. Beautiful back roads. Not a whole lot to see, just fields. It feels like home, you know, I like it. This is about to drive me nuts. I'm about to have to pull the steering column apart and spray whatever's making that noise, because every single turn it didn't do that until we were on our way here. And it didn't do it, like, not even once on the test drives, did it? Everything that went wrong with this car was not a problem when we left. And then all of a sudden things just start falling apart. But it's just how things go. That's what happens. Power Tour will put your car to the test. Like, ultimately, there's just so much stuff that can go wrong, but the good news is we got enough stuff to fix it, I think. Gas, anything like that? Come on with me. Something was rubbing. Let's see what we can figure out.
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything?
Oh.
Oh, fender trim. Yeah, I probably ripped the screw out. We got zip ties. Yeah, these tires are so wide you turn it, it pulls the trim. Oh, I have another one right there. That's how these cars should have been put together, is with zip ties, because most of this car is put together with zip ties. It's the way Dodge really intended it, you know. We're going the interstate because we just want to skip out on a lot of the traffic. I'm going to go around. I got to yield and then cut back across. I love the steering wheel. I got to fix that. Golly, that's annoying. All right. Now we can fly.
Well, Cole is having a little trouble with his transmission dipstick. It's kind of hard to read, and he said it was slipping in gear. And he was going around some turns, and it was starting to slip in the turn. So we are currently putting another quart in it. Charger's doing okay. The only issue is that stupid steering column right now. Just get on my nerves. We're not, but like 30, 45 minutes to the venue. So it is gonna be a quick date, I feel like. And the weather is absolutely perfect. Didn't really have a whole lot of traffic yet, so I'm enjoying it so far.
This is a road we've traveled many times, right, Briar?
Yes, many times.
Many times. This is, again, so close to home. But that's okay. We're about to go the opposite direction here tomorrow.
For 3 days.
But still, again, very close to home. So we've already traveled many times. But it's more about the Charger making it than anything. You can drive wherever you want as long as the car makes it. That's the most important thing. It's too many cars. There's so much going on through here. And it's just hot out here. The ambient temperatures have increased like crazy.
Last fill up before we get into the speedway. Really a short drive overall. We skipped a little bit of the venue, we skipped a little bit of the route, but still there wasn't a whole lot to it. And again, just more or less stuff that we've already done. So not a bad day at all, folks. Not a bad day. Traffic, well, as you can see, is terrible. So we ended up just parking the Charger in a nice little shady spot. We got a Barks root beer. What do you got, Briar?
I got a cold water.
You had a knee high earlier though.
Yeah.
So we're just chilling. Got the Barks on lock. We sat here a couple years ago because traffic was just like this. So we're just gonna sit here and wait because everybody was running hot. It's miserable. At least it's cool out right now, but man, is it just a long line. Because now we got traffic coming from that direction, and then traffic is coming from this direction for the venue down there. And then you got these guys coming in. It's just terrible. So we're gonna sit here and wait. I've got nowhere to be. Do you, Briar?
Ain't got nowhere to be.
We also lost Cole and Jolly. The 57 was acting really weird in traffic. He said as time was going on, it felt like he was pulling a trailer, so he doesn't know if the timing is the problem. They were fighting it a little bit before they actually left on the trip, and as time went on, things just got worse and worse. So we're so close to home at this point, Cole decided to just hop on the interstate. He's gonna drive home, get a different vehicle, and then he's gonna come back with his other truck. So, and that truck is actually a really good truck that we know will function properly. So it's just things like that just make it hard, but the good news is we're so close that it doesn't matter. Well, we're gonna go ahead and go on in. The traffic is no longer at a standstill. It's moving very nicely now, so we're gonna make our way into the venue. This is finally, it pays off to just sit down and wait sometimes. Because honestly, if we had sat in the car, it'd still be the same, you know what I mean? We saw a car that was right behind us pull in about 45 minutes later to where we were sitting, and we did not go very far. It was at least what, half mile and back.
Oh yeah.
So they did not go very far at all. This was smart. They opened up 2 gates because last year you could only go into that one, but this time they said we'll go ahead and open up 2. That was very smart of them. Oh yeah, this is the life right here. No traffic. Look at us go. We're cruising in like it's on the road. Heck yeah. Well, this is much better than 22, where we got stuck pretty much right here. So we're at least moving. You know, last time we did not move at all for a long time. So this worked out a little bit better in our favor. As long as we stay that direction. I mean, I don't want to end up in the fence upside down. If I can help it.
That one.
We're getting close though. I know that the entrance is like
up here, probably at the end of that building, and then to the left.
We made it inside. Oh my Lord, that's beautiful. Black GTO. Anyway, we parked inside. Everything's good. Car did all right. No problems, no issues. I turn and look, and there's the Macy's garage Born Again Charger. Let's go look at it. There she is. Looks just as good as the last time I saw her. They're still driving it, and it's been on their channel a few times. I have missed this car very much, but man, is it good to see this thing out. They don't live too very far from here, so they were able to bring it to the show. It's good to see this thing. Looks like they're using her. Man, that's what we hoped. Golly, that's a good looking car. I have missed this thing so much. And see, that's what happens. Oh, and they still have the missing hubcap. That's funny. But they got those Coker tires on it. Still looks great, riding great. God, I love this car, man. This has been so good to see this car after. It's been over a year at this point. Still got the restoration sticker. Had the Sally Speed Shop on the other side. Yes, it's good to see her. Pretty cool. So loud.
It's a lot of stuff, and it's hot.
You're hot.
I'm getting toasty.
Well, you can get some shade. We'll find you a place. Let you sit down. Okay, buddy.
Well, we did it. It was a lot. Not a whole lot to see inside, just more vendors and stuff, but hey, it was cool. We're walking back to the Charger. Made it back. Oh, dude, a dirt road and a Charger?
Yeah.
I mean, could you ask for anything more perfect? We're gonna get in the car and we're gonna go. I'm tired.
We got a traffic jam. I'd love to come here and watch an actual race one day.
Well, we made it to the Logan's, right there. We come back outside and this is parked next to me. What in the world am I looking at? After taxes. Oh, I guess it's a legit vintage police car. That is funny. I thoroughly enjoy this car. He's probably gonna get in trouble for that blue light, but I like it. That's funny. Well, pretty neat. That's my kind of car right there, Briar. You know it?
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. What a nice little surprise.
So we went to Walmart to get some stuff, and we were on our way back. It's obviously nighttime now, and our 57 Chevy was having some brake issues, transmission issues, and we're an hour and a half away from home at this point. So Cole and Jolly decided to go back home and get one of Cole's other trucks that has been on our tour in the past. So he's actually brought it back. He should be there now. I think they just made it back, and it's funny because they, poor guys, they left at like, I'm gonna say 1 o'clock, and they had to go get the oil changed in it, had to do all sorts of other stuff to it, get it ready, and it has been just a long day for them. So I know they're tired, so we're gonna pull in there and just see the truck real quick. We are on our way to Louisville, Kentucky. We're headed out of Lebanon, Tennessee right now. We're a little further down the route, so we're getting a head start this morning. Things are working good. The car didn't blow up after last night, so we should be okay. Surprisingly, it didn't, and we're running today. So we've got I don't know. I don't even know. We're currently at 351 miles right now on the odometer, so we'll see where we at when we get there, but everything is running nominal at this point. Topped off on oil just a little bit low, just the tiniest little bit. Topped off on water just the tiniest bit low, but we're rolling down the road right now and everything seems to be hunky-dory at this point. Low on transmission fluid whenever I shifted into 30 minutes. I don't like that. Ooh, hot.
If my dad lets me.
Guess what? We're back in Kentucky. So we went to Kentucky, back to Tennessee, back to Kentucky. Now we're headed all the way. Good news is I think we've got a pretty open road as far as this right here, all the way until we hit the interstate and run right into Louisville. So looking pretty good. We might have the worst of it behind us. I couldn't say that jinx us, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. Car's running cool. Got good open road, 65 miles an hour. Not a care in the world. Best thing about a Charger? Door pouches.
Greatest candy holder of all time.
You know I got the Mike and Ike's on it.
I got the Skittles, they're better, honestly, over here.
You know, I used to be a Skittles guy until I discovered the better candy.
Mike and Ike's are for old people.
Exactly.
Oh, I forget.
Look, go look at the river.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the lake.
Yeah.
Just go look at the river. place to be. All sorts of cars and stuff. Whew, somebody's getting it. Charger's doing good. We probably got another 30, 40 minutes until we get into where we're going. But, Briar, how was your nap?
It was pretty good.
You feeling better?
Yeah, I can stay awake.
That's good. That's good. Well, we got a little bit more to go. Beautiful looking Roadrunner here. It's gonna be a great day. Perfect weather for what we're doing right now. Perfect weather. See how Big Black's doing. How's Big Black?
That's pretty good.
How are y'all doing?
Please don't show it to anybody.
How's the MPGs on this beast?
We never had checked it, but you know, it's not bad.
It's probably better than mine.
What's that Charger on?
No. What did I get? 9, almost 10, 9.8. Not too bad. Yeah, well this truck, I think it's a hybrid too.
Caught in 4K.
Charger to Big Black. Just want to let y'all know that we have crossed over 400 miles, which I know y'all had to do quite a lot more than that, but that's where we're at right now. Alright, so y'all are at 600. We just crossed, well we're at actually 411. I just now noticed that we were past 400. So far so good. I think. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good so far.
What do you mean?
Maybe the hole in your old bad.
Well, that was my fault. You can't blame the car for that. I'll accept that blame all day. That was all me. Or Beach Bend. I don't know. Who do we blame?
Beach bend.
I like it. The yes man. Always hire a yes man.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Look at that.
Oh, no way.
Right on, dude. This is the hardest part of the drive right now. This interstate, man. There's just people everywhere. Since we're 6 minutes from the venue, basically, gosh, I just hope that it's easy to get into. Because, man, we've had so much just construction, traffic, weird exits, all this stuff. People backed up. There was a wreck. I didn't want to film it because I didn't want them to, like, you know, be seen on there. I felt bad for them, but it's been hectic, to say the least. So we're actually getting off the interstate now, hopefully, and then we are going to be at L&N Federal Credit Union Field. Sounds about right. I think that's it. Wow, we have made it off the interstate a little bit more relaxed now. It's just so loud, and you had to laser focus in with the car with all the windows down, running 75 miles an hour. Anyway, we're running through like the suburbs of Louisville, Oregon. It says we're 6 minutes away. All I can say is I'm ready to let this car take a break. I'm good, but poor car. She's been through it today. That interstate, man, it was a ride. At least we're close. completely forgot to take any kind of video or picture. I was so busy talking to you guys and meeting with everybody. Hey, I totally forgot to get video. So I'm gonna blame Briar for that. Even though he was doing the same, he was schmoozing with some folks. But hey, it was a good day. We parked with QA1. They were fantastic. We had a fun time. So we are leaving Louisville and we're headed to go get something to eat now.
Thank goodness.
Before Briar falls out. Who's up, baby? No, I'm kidding.
Who's Kale?
Yeah. Got some cool cars here in the parking lot. We're gonna call it early because we had a time zone interference here. We're actually an hour later now, so it's gonna go to bed. It's actually, what time is it right now, Briar?
9:48.
And it's 8:48 where we came from, so it's really bedtime because we still gotta wake up an hour early now. Anyway, on to Ohio tomorrow. Day, whatever it is today, we're heading to Ohio from Louisville. Get a little friend watching us. Beautiful day. It's gonna be hot. We're looking at 90 degrees for the high, and then later this afternoon it's gonna be miserable. So we got a lot of interstate driving. So Charger's good. We never looked at Cole's truck again, but since the last video he's gotten it painted and it looks really nice, really slick. Good truck, 350 on an S10 frame. Just a good solid cruiser. Had some other parking lot friends over here. And we picked up another friend from back home. This is Mark in his truck. He's driven this thing all over the place, so he's gonna tag along with us today, and we're gonna make it. It's gonna be a fun day. I'm gonna donate a few dollars to the Kentucky DOT. They need to fix the road on I-65. Wow, is it rough. God. Wow, that was scary. We pulled off here at a gas station to check everything over because the roads were so rough. We stayed here in 2019, right there. And up in here somewhere. I've been here because we ate at that McDonald's right there. Yes, we have been here in this car once before. That's hilarious. Checking everything over. Nice little parking lot car show. Charger's okay. What do you think, Briar?
Feels good right now. I'm not looking forward to the hot.
No, me neither. What'd you think about that road?
Terrible. Kentucky, get your game up. Come on.
starting to get out of here. So I walked into the bathroom and there was a big red button that said, "Do not push this button." So I pushed the button and all the lights shut off and these disco balls started spinning and red lasers and blue lasers started spinning around the room. Pretty cool, wasn't it, Brian?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Good thing I left.
Yeah, we both just walked out as soon as it happened. The bathroom was full of guys. Ooh, somebody's running rich.
Oh yeah, I smell it.
Hopefully it ain't us. That's the Ohio River. Wow. Look at all that Kentucky coal. Shoot.
It's a lot.
That's a big old pile in it. Man.
He said that they're running a big tubular product.
What?
Tubular product.
I mean, there's a lot of tubular things.
That's what the building said.
The pickle line. We're in Kentucky. On the other side of the river is Indiana. These are some of the worst roads I've ever seen. Look how wavy these are. Straight ahead. Wow. Ridiculous. Smell the tires rubbing down. I just had to put them spacers in there, didn't I?
Yes.
We had to stop because that was rough. We got separated here, but now we're back together. And we just had a beautiful riverfront scenery that we had to just stop and check out. So this is just an awesome little venue, I guess, right here, just our own little spot. So there's not hardly any traffic because everybody's got stuck back there with a wreck, I guess. So, Ryan, go grab your fishing pole. We'll just sit here for a minute.
I should have brought one.
We just passed 600 miles. We're making a pretty good time, I think, I hope. Thankfully, a lot of the traffic got dispersed. We don't have a lot of lines going on in here, but it's been pretty nice so far, except whatever this big unit is. I don't know what he's doing. He's stopping in the road. I just had to say it. I just had to say it.
Oh, it's the garbage truck holding everybody up.
Oh, come on, Bubba. Get off the road. The garbage can be done later.
It's power tour time.
Oh, pick a different day. It'll burn out.
You're welcome.
People, our Chargers.
Yes, finally.
There's a 70 in front of us. We're a 69, and a 68 right behind us. Pretty cool. Tennessee, but you know, Ohio, I'll give you that. Second place, maybe. Where's the map? Can we go there? Sure, I'll drop you off. I'll come back through and pick you up. Sweet. That's a pretty good ratio. Yeah. Every 700 miles you blow your oil pan out. Fine. I was frustrated. The car got hot, but it only got up to like 212. So I pulled over. We poured a little water on the radiator. Half of my sprayers aren't working, so I loosened them up, and now they spray water in like all directions, but there's still water coming out of them. So the sprayers don't last very long, but they lasted most of the week. So maybe that'll help when we get into actual traffic again. But we're back on the road now, and things seem to be okay. It's just so hot on this highway. The air temperatures, man, it's hot. Like, it's so much higher than anywhere else. It's just crazy. But anyway, we're probably, it says 20 minutes to the venue, so we don't have much further to go. Uh-oh, I'm in the wrong way. We've officially made it. It's so hot. Charger's okay. We ended up adjusting on our sprayers and it actually worked, so we're doing much better these days. We get to go up front. Hello, Midway. We ain't drag racing. We just midwaying. Oh, we got back with our Charger friends. Hey! We'll try this right here. How's that? We'll see what happens. Maybe. Probably
We're
not.
gonna go ahead and get on out of here, head back and get us something to eat real fast, and then we are gone. So today was a successful day. I mean, yeah, we ran a little hot. We've got to modify some sprayers here, figure out what would be the best way to get this thing cooled off. But I mean, I think we had pretty good luck today, don't you think, Brian?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was just kind of
A long day.
it was a long day just because of how monotonous driving on the interstate is. It's not that it's like bad, it's just, it gets exhausting after a while. When the car just hums, you know, it's just, but we made it, and that's what's the most important thing. It is the last day. We got a good night's rest. It rained a good bit last night, so now it is extremely humid. That we are on our way to Indianapolis. We've got a long way to go. It's going to be kind of like yesterday with a lot of interstate. So, but we're going to get all the interstate pretty much done up front. But after we go to Indy, we're driving back home another 6 hours. So this is going to be a long day. Anyway, Cole's ready to go. Let's get it. So I forgot to tell y'all that we passed 800 miles 30 miles ago. So there you go. We're on our way to 900. We're on our way to 900. I'm sure we'll hit, I know it'll be over 1,000 or more by the time we get back home. You'll see in the title of the video. Up on us. I think I'm gonna take it, Briar. What do you think? He don't want none. Nice. Hitting the gas stop, and we just crossed 900 miles. Not bad, brother. Not bad at all.
Bubba.
He just pulled right out in front of me. Okie dokie.
Good gosh. Wow. That was bad. Woo! Yep, we're getting off the interstate. Coming on back around. Hope that's normal. Whoops. All right, we're off. We're off that. Drive through any small towns like this, so here you go, Cole. This is for you. Downtown Indianapolis traffic, we have hit 1,000 miles in the absolute worst possible place, but we did it nonetheless. Look at there. Charger made it.
Traffic everywhere.
Now if I could just get out of here, we can go home. Well, we've made it to Indy. We went all the way to the venue and we're right outside of it. We just stopped and ate lunch. And I got the news that my sister is actually having her first baby, and I am not gonna miss that. My first chance of being an uncle, something I've trained for my entire life. I'm not gonna miss that. So to everybody, I didn't get to see it in Indy, I apologize, but I've got way more pressing matters to attend to. So I hope you understand why I didn't make it all the way there, but really excited to meet him for the first time. So we're gonna make the trek back. We actually, I mean, the venue is like 10 minutes that way, so we're not gonna make it, but we are gonna make it home, I think. We've got about a 6.5 hour drive to get back home, so we figured if we just go ahead and hightail it, we might be able to make it just in time. So it's okay, it's well worth it, you know. And to say that we still went the entire route minus 10 minutes that way, the car did the all of power tour. So again, hope you guys understand, but we're headed home. It says we'll get home about 6:50. At least we go back to Central Time and we'll gain an hour. We've got 397 miles to go. It's gonna be a pleasant little drive. The good news is it is all interstate the entire way, so it's a really easy trip to get to do, but just a long day because it's currently, it'd be 12:24 at home, so it's gonna be 6:51. You know, obviously 6.5 hour drive, and we're gonna do it as quick as we can because I know that it's probably gonna be about 7:30, 8 o'clock by the time we actually get there. So we're gonna do our best to just hammer down. Well, he lost our passenger side mirror just a second ago. It fell down on the road and shattered into a million pieces, so we didn't turn around and get it. When we were working on this car, that one fell out, so I went, there's a screw in the bottom that you tighten up from underneath, and I tightened it back. Right?
Checking 465 south, correct?
That would be correct, my friend.
Thank you.
So we tightened it up on the way, before we started basically, got it back in there, mounted it fine, and what, yesterday?
Yeah, it started flopping around.
It started flopping like crazy, and all of a sudden we hear da-dum-dum. I thought, oh my gosh, something just exploded. And sure enough, the passenger mirror fell out. So it's all good. It happens. I don't need that one anyway.
Yeah.
100 miles into the journey home. Everybody's doing good. It's just so hot on the road. Man, it is warm. We are cooking, making pretty good time. I just had to stop here, pour a little water on the radiator just to get her nice and cooled off. It wasn't running hot, just wanted to give her a break because, man, we have been running 75 for over an hour straight or longer. I mean, just flying. So everything's okay though, folks. We're about to get back on the road. Got me a Gatorade, so I'm set.
And most of the state of Tennessee?
We just passed 1,200 miles. We still got 229 to go. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Like I said, our ETA actually dropped significantly. We pulled over. The Charger just didn't like the traffic, so we just sat and let it pass for a minute. We got back in. We stopped a couple times out of that. So the ETA again probably gonna be 9 o'clock. If I had to guess. So the 6-hour trip will turn into a 8 or 9. As it does. Maybe the final stop before home. Briar had the, I don't even know if I want to call it a bright idea, but it's an idea.
It's something.
We're just sitting here putting ice out of the cooler on the radiator, seeing how quick it evaporates. The answer, very quick. It's running all right though. We've been doing 80, 85, 90.
Somehow.
We have been cooking in this thing. Trying to keep up with this truck here. This guy over here is act like he's on fire or something.
Well, we had to push last year. We're not pushing this year.
jumped half of it. Dang it. I got too excited. Was it? I'm over here. Ryder's over there. I'm not gonna blind you. I'm gonna let him drive the rest of the way home. Look at this. So much room. Well, we just pulled in the driveway. Wow, what a drive. It's about 8:30. Wait, 8:45 actually. I'm gonna go to bed and then we will do a recap. I want to get out of this car. But it made it. It made it. Wow, what a journey. That was incredible. I'm glad to be home, but I'm so glad we did this trip. This was so much fun to be able to do Hot Rod Power Tour 2024 with really not a lot of complications. The Charger had a great time. I mean, yeah, we had some overheating issues. Yeah, we busted an oil pan, but it's okay. This thing did way better than it did in 2019. I would get in this car and do it again if I had to. I love this car. It's way better than I ever thought it would be. When it was all said and done, we clicked over 1,428 miles. That's pretty good. Folks, how do we recap such a trip with such a car? My whole goal with this thing was to make it to where I enjoyed driving it and actually wanted to get it back on the road and use it. And that's exactly what we have here, folks. We have a 69 Charger that I am comfortable with taking anywhere I want. Now, here's the big kicker. I wanted to be able to take my wife out on a date in it, and now I feel like I could, and she would actually enjoy riding in it because it's not just disgusting on the inside. It's not going to quit on you when it goes somewhere. It's tried and true, and it's proven because it has put the miles on it. Now, from here on out, we're just going to use the car, enjoy it. We're going to Holly Mo Party, so if you're going to that, make sure you look out for me because this car is going to be there. I've had so much stuff playing with this thing because I finally get to drive it and enjoy it. After 6 years of ownership, it's finally to the point where I said, this car is great. Oh, I love it. And it looks tough. Look at this thing. The great thing about Power Tour, guys, is that you get to go and be a part of a journey that not many people really get to do. You're taking an old car and you're pushing it to the limits of what it's capable of doing. I highly recommend you get to do this. So I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your support for everything. When I'm watching this video on this Charger, through all the videos throughout the years, thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying and just being a part of the journey. I want to thank all the sponsors that we had along this trip because without them, it wouldn't be possible, as well as all the friends that we met along the way, you know, all the viewers who, you know, came up to me during the Power Tour and said hello to me. It was just awesome to see everybody once again, and I cannot wait to do it again next year. But what are we going to take? It's a good question. I don't know. Don't forget your American flag stickers down in the link below. Order your t-shirts as well. Don't forget that bundle pack because that's a good way to save money and get all the stickers. You can collect them all in one order. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.